This gold trading strategy has saved me very well. I've been able to catch beautiful trades on gold every time. So make sure you watch to the very end as I show you everything step by step for free. Alright, so make sure you watch to the very end and everything. Alright, let's go right now. So what you have to do always is to first define where the market is going long term, right? So if you come here, if we zoom out, where is this market headed? You have to have a clear understanding of where the market is going when you just look at a particular chart, right? So for example, if you just look at this, where is the market going? The overall direction of this market is bullish. Therefore, you want to look for buying opportunities, right? So what do you have right here? This is on the daily time frame. You can still see that we have a nice drop base and a rally, right? With a break of structure to the upside. That is extremely important. So make sure that the candles that break structure are big momentum candles. And what do we have? We have multiple big candles to the upside. That is extremely important. So if you go now to the 4-hour time frame, so these time frames must align with each other. So you can see that the daily was bullish. We can also see that the 4-hour time frame is also very bullish and giving us the same scenario. We have a drop base rally, break of structure by big momentum candles. And what we're able to see also on the daily time frame is the liquidity which was left behind right here. So it's always important that you have some sort of liquidity. So you can either have trend liquidity, you can have equal lows or equal highs, or Asian session, whatever works, but make sure you have some sort of liquidity because that's what drives price, right? So make sure that you wait for that liquidity to be taken out, and once the liquidity has been taken out, that's the only time you're supposed to actually enter a particular trade right here. So you can see that right here we're left with nice liquidity right here, equal lows, right? And what happens when retail traders see this? What happens? They want to see the market coming back to this same level right here so that they can buy, right? But where do we buy from? We buy below that level because we understand that there's a lot of liquidity there and there's a very high chance that the market might take out those people right there. So we are smart enough to actually understand that we have to let these people be taken out first, right? So you can see that for our time frame and day time frame are aligning. So what do we do? And we have some liquidity right here. So you have to go to the 1 hour time frame and try and locate your order block on the lower time frame right here. So you can see that right here we have a very nice level right there where we're able to actually look at. So you can see that we have this last candle right here which is acting as an order block right here. So if you want, you can even go to the lower time frame to be able to actually predefine your liquidity and the order block, right? So you can see that I can get this high and the low of this week right here, which was the last candle before the bullish move to the upside, and that's my order block. So if I want, I can go even further to the lower time frame so that you can actually get that precise entry. However, that comes at a cost sometimes, because if you over refine, sometimes what happens is that the market may leave you behind. Okay, now let's try to go to the 5-minute time frame. So once you've identified your direction of the market, you've actually identified the liquidity, then you have to know where your order block is. Very important thing. So know where your order block is. Once you find the order block, mark the high and the low of that order block. And what is an order block? For example, a bullish order block is the last bearish candle before the bullish move. I hope that is not confusing. So what do? Just go here, zoom in, and then find that particular candle right here. So you can see that on the 30-minute time frame, we got the high and the low right there, but you can now actually adjust it to this level right here. If you want, you can get this low right here, but however, it becomes too much refined. So for me, I'm going to leave it just at that, and of course, once the market comes to my area, I'm going to decide whether to actually enter into this particular trade or not, right? So once you've done that, you will now just take it to the right side, and now what you're waiting for is for the market to pull back into that area. So right now we're just waiting for this gold trade, this market to open in the next few hours. Once the market opens, what we're anticipating is the market to pull back into this area, take out the liquidity, and the Asian session is going to be taken out. And then once the market comes to my area right here, I'll make a decision whether to buy or not, because at any particular time anything can happen. This market can open right now, I mean in the next hours, the market can open and actually just go beyond this level right here without respecting this. Why? Because the market can do anything at any particular time. So you have to understand that it's extremely important. So that's the reason why every time when you're in the market, you have to know exactly how much money you are risking. How much money are we willing to lose on that particular trade? Find out if the trade is going to be a winner or not. And remember, losing is the only thing we have control over. So we have to predefine how much we are willing to lose every time. So let's recap. You can see that we have a nice drop-based rally. We also have a break-off structure to the upside. We have liquidity. Simply, what we're waiting for is just for the market to pull back into our zone right here. And once we have a pullback into our area, we're going to simply wait for our entry signals. And once we get that, we are able to execute. And remember, this is a forecast. These have already been shared in our private community. And once the market has come to our area, I'll be able to share that signal in our private community right here. As you can see, apart from the gold trade, we've actually sent other forecasts right there using the same strategy. That's the beauty about our strategy. It's able to work with any tradable asset, whether it's gold, indices, currency pairs, exotics. This strategy actually works beautifully. So that was a bullish scenario, and what you have here is a bearish scenario. Similarly, same thing. You have a nice rally based drop, breakout structure, liquidity. Just wait for the market to pull back into that area, and once you have the market pull back into that area, you have your confirmation, you execute. It's as simple as that, and once you've mastered this skill, trust me, you'll be able to just go in the market, look for your setup, execute. Whether the trade is going to be a win or a loss, that's outside of your control. All you can do is just continue to actually spot A+ setups. What is an A+ setup? It must be in an overall direction of the market. It must follow that. So it means that you must be trading with the trend. Apart from that, you have to make sure that the candles that cause the break-off structure right here are made up of big momentum candles. You have to have liquidity right here. You have to wait for the Asian session, either the high or the low of the Asian session, to be taken out. That's what I consider a high probability setup or an A+ setup. And once you have that, your job is now to just execute flawlessly. That's all you can do. All right, so that's how it is, guys. So make sure you practice this, backtest it for yourself, and if you need more help of how to actually understand this in much more depth, there are links down in the description which gives you access to our M&F Mastery course, which comes with lifetime mentorship and lifetime signals. And we can jump on a task like this where you're able to actually ask questions and do everything like that. All right, and remember, our goal is to simply make you a consistently profitable trader, such that at the end of the day you won't even need me, and that's the goal right there. All right, so and currently we're still running a 30% off promotion on all our services, so make sure you check the links down in the description and join us right here. All right, you guys, let's get ready for Monday. The market will be opening very soon. I wish you all the very best. Until next time, goodbye.